guys, I've been asked by my friend and fellow YouTuber, Michael Spectacles, I'll link him down below, to do a 30 facts about me video, as he's recently just done one, so I thought I'd do one as well. These aren't going to be in any particular order, and it kind of took me a while to write this list, so they might be a bit random. Let's start with the obvious ones. I'm 20 years old and my birthday is the 12th of July 1994. My middle name is Rachel. I was born in Germany because my dad was in the RAF, the Royal Air Force, so we moved around a lot, and I have lived in, I think, 5 different places. But within them 5 different places I've moved house 10 times, which I know is crazy because I meet a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, I've lived in the same house my whole life or the same town my whole life. And if you count university accommodation, add 2 more times on top of that. I have lived in 2 pubs as well. My parents ran these pubs, so that kind of links into the last fact, I suppose. When I was 7 years old, I fell off some monkey bars on the school playground and broke my left arm. When I say broke, I really did some damage. I ripped my arm right out of its socket. Cats are my favourite animal / pet. I definitely prefer savoury food over sweet food, which baffles a lot of my friends actually, because a lot of people have sweet tooth and I'm really not into sweet things and desserts and stuff like that. I am a savoury person through and through. In about 2 months' time, I'm about to start my 3rd and final year of university, which is very scary, and the first 2 years just flew by. I don't really know what happened. I study film and television production at university. Before that I studied creative media production at college for 2 years. My favourite colour is red, and has always been red for as long as I can remember. However, sometimes I'll see a really nice blue and question my love for red, but I always tell people my favourite colour is red. When I was quite a bit younger, I used to collect key rings, but these days I've noticed I'm quite into novelty mugs. This one is a Simon's Cat mug, if you are familiar with the YouTube cartoon. This is my second one actually, because the first one had little Simon Cat all over it, but pouring hot water into it, it cracked, but just kind of defeats the object of a mug, I think. Here is my Harry Potter studio tour mug, which I got when I went to the Harry Potter studio tour for the 2nd time, actually. This I got as a Secret Santa present. This one is the newest one to the collection, the Lion King musical mug, which I bought when I went to the Lion King musical in London. I still sleep with the light on at 20 years old, well, a lamp, not the full light. I sleep with a lamp on unless I'm with my boyfriend or a friend or anyone that's in the same room. I can sleep without a light on, but I would choose to keep it on. As far as I can remember, I've only dyed my hair twice in my entire life. When I was in year 6, so about 11 years old, I dyed it red with a semi-permanent dye, so it lasted about 6 weeks and then it just washed out. But when I was in year 7 or 8, so about 12 or 13 years old, I dyed my hair bleach blonde. I dyed it straight back to brown the moment the roots started coming through. So I suppose that means I've dyed my hair 3 times because I dyed it back to brown. And it's been my natural colour ever since. I don't have any piercings whatsoever, not even my ears. I am a really unconfident person. I've always been told you need to have more confidence in yourself, Amanda, to the point where it actually started to annoy my teachers because I would put myself down so much or put my work down so much, and they just turn around and be like, can you just have some more bloody confidence in yourself, girl? I have been in a relationship with my boyfriend for 2.5 years. I suppose you could count it as my first proper and real relationship, but yes, 2.5 years and still going. I am only 5 foot and 1 inch tall, or 155 centimetres tall, depending which one you use, and I hear more than enough. Oh wow, you're short, aren't you? And I'm like, yes, thank you, I know that. You know, I don't know why people feel the need to point that out a lot. When I was a lot younger, I used to be really good at football, believe it or not, and I don't really know why I stopped playing. I think I just lost interest as the years went on. My favourite film is Moulin Rouge, starring Ewan McGregor. My second favourite film is The Island, starring Ewan McGregor. I have loved Ewan McGregor since I was about 7 years old. I recently saw my first London stage show. I went and saw the Lion King musical, and that was really cool, and I would go again. I first flew on a plane by myself when I was 17 years old. I was so nervous that I was just like a mess in the airport, watching the board looking for my gate number because it came late, and I was just staring at the board getting so anxious and freaked out, and then it finally popped up with my number and I just zoomed across the airport, but it was fine and I've flown on my own a whole bunch of times since then. I don't wear any makeup I pretty much never have. I don't know why, I just never have. If someone was to give me a bunch of makeup and say doll yourself up, I wouldn't know where to begin. I am really easily pleased. Someone will be like, oh, you're easily pleased, aren't you? And I'm like, why is that a bad thing? Why is it a bad thing to be easily pleased? Like, surely if you get happy or excited over something, even if it's something small, that's a good thing. It's good to get excited over the small things as well as the big things, don't you think? I consider myself to be quite emotional. Not in the sense that, like, I'll spill a drink and cry, not like that. I just have this one memory from a Christmas quite a while ago now. I must have been about 13 or 14 years old. And I got everything I wanted, and it wasn't like any big presents, it wasn't something I had been asking for ages. I just asked for like an album and a few books, and I don't even remember what else. But I got everything that I asked for, and I just burst out crying with happiness. And I don't exactly remember what my mum said, but I can only assume that she was like, oh, you daft old mare, come here, and gave me a hug. So having a memory that I cried of happiness on Christmas is quite a nice memory to have from when I was younger. I am the youngest of 4 children. My oldest sister is 9 years and 5 months older than me. My brother is 6 years and 7 months older than me, and my other sister is 5 years and 7 months older than me. And yes, my brother and sister are exactly 1 year apart. That is one accident my parents definitely did not intend to happen. I love video making and video editing, but it's not really something I want to get a career out of anymore. Like, I'm studying at uni to do this sort of thing. I don't really know what I want to do with myself after uni now, but I like to think what 20-year-old knows what they want to do with their life yet. I am a huge worrier. I like to think I have improved since I've gotten older. If something's worrying me, I want to sort it out instantly, which I don't think is a bad thing. Like, surely if something's bothering you, you want to relieve the stress of that worry and get it out of your mind as soon as possible. But yeah, I do worry over the craziest things, and I get told all the time, oh, don't worry about it, don't worry about it, but that doesn't really help. So hopefully one day I do get over the whole worrying situation, but I kind of feel like that's not going to happen. Well, that is my 30 facts. I think it was about 30. I hope you enjoyed. Go watch Michael Spectacle's 30 Facts About Me, because this is really interesting and that's the reason I made this. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll put social media links down below. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.